Hello and welcome. If you're journeying through your vibrant 60s and beyond, you likely know that every choice, from the food on your plate to the steps you take each day, plays a role in your overall well-being. But what if I told you that certain everyday habits, things many of us do without a second thought, could be silently, insidiously, working against one of your most vital organs, your heart? It's a startling thought, isn't it? We often focus on the obvious culprits, like avoiding that extra slice of cake or trying to get a bit more exercise. Yet, as someone deeply invested in senior health, I've seen far too many individuals who believe they're on the right track, only to discover that seemingly minor, almost invisible daily routines are gradually steering their heart towards trouble. Are you, perhaps, unknowingly engaging in an activity that day by day chips away at your heart's strength and resilience? Today, we're not just going to skim the surface, we're going to delve deep into some common behaviors that might be doing more harm than good to your heart. And I implore you, stick with me, because one of these habits, in particular, is something I see causing profound issues time and time again, and addressing it could be truly life-altering. We'll uncover these hidden dangers, and more importantly, explore what you can do, starting today, to protect that precious heart of yours. Before we dive in, I'd love to know where you're tuning in from. Let me know in the comments below. It's always wonderful to see our community connecting from all corners. And if this topic resonates with you, if you're ready to take proactive steps for your heart health, go ahead and type a 1 in the comments right now. If not, a 0 is fine too. All feedback helps us create content that truly serves you. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss out on vital health insights designed specifically for you. Now let's get to the heart of the matter. What are these everyday patterns that could be secretly undermining your cardiovascular health? First, let's talk about something that seems so simple: not moving enough. We hear it all the time. Stay active. But what does that truly mean? Especially as we age. And what if I told you that prolonged stillness is like an open invitation for heart problems to walk right into your life? Many seniors find their days filled with more sedentary activities, perhaps enjoying a good book, catching up on favorite shows, or simply resting. While rest is important, a body that stays still for too long begins to experience subtle, yet significant, negative changes. Think of your circulatory system as a network of rivers. Movement is what keeps the current flowing strong and clear. When you're inactive, that flow can become sluggish. Blood doesn't circulate as efficiently, and this can allow things like fatty deposits to accumulate more easily along your artery walls, almost like sediment building up in a slow-moving stream. Over time, this buildup can lead to narrower, stiffer arteries, a condition known as atherosclerosis. Your heart, then, has to work much harder to pump blood through these restricted pathways, which can elevate your blood pressure and gradually weaken the heart muscle itself. Does it make you wonder if that feeling of fatigue is just age, or perhaps your body signaling a need for more motion? But it's not just about clogged arteries. Inactivity can also disrupt how your body manages blood sugar and cholesterol, both of which are major players in heart health. You might think, I'm too old for strenuous workouts or the gym isn't for me. But here's the good news. We're not talking about running marathons. Simply incorporating regular, gentle movement into your day can make a world of difference. What should you do instead? Aim for just 30 minutes of moderate-paced walking most days of the week. Can you break it into 2 15-minute strolls? Absolutely. Walking helps keep your blood vessels flexible, improves oxygen delivery to your entire body, including your brain, and can even help manage stress. It costs nothing, requires no special equipment, and is one of the kindest things you can do for your heart. Every step truly is a step towards a healthier heart. Could making this small change be the key to feeling more energetic and vital? Salt. It makes food taste good, right? But what if that flavor enhancer is silently putting immense strain on your cardiovascular system? Most seniors are aware that too much salt isn't ideal, but the real danger often lies in the salt you don't see. It's not just about the shaker on your table. Hidden salt lurks in so many processed foods, canned soups, bread, deli meats, sauces, pickles, chips, and countless packaged meals. Are you checking labels, or could you be consuming far more sodium than you realize? Here's what happens. When you take in too much salt, your body retains extra water to try and dilute it. This increases the total volume of blood circulating through your vessels. Imagine trying to push more water through the same sized pipe. The pressure naturally goes up. This is essentially what happens in your arteries. Over time, this sustained high pressure, or hypertension, can damage the delicate lining of your arteries, making them more prone to plaque buildup. It forces your heart to work overtime every single day, which can lead to an enlarged heart and eventually heart failure. It can also strain your kidneys and even affect your brain. Many call high blood pressure the silent killer, because it often shows no symptoms until significant damage has already occurred. I've encountered individuals who developed serious heart issues, and a major contributing factor was a diet consistently high in salty, processed foods, often consumed without a second thought. What should you do instead? First, understand that as we age, our bodies often become more sensitive to sodium, and our daily requirement actually decreases. Aim for no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. That's less than a teaspoon. Start by diligently reading food labels. Choose fresh, whole foods whenever possible. Get creative with herbs, spices, lemon juice, and garlic to flavor your meals instead of relying on salt. Small swaps can make a big difference. Opt for unsalted nuts, rinse canned beans, or choose low-sodium versions of your favorite products. It might take a couple of weeks for your taste buds to adjust, but they will, and your heart will thank you profoundly. Isn't it worth a small adjustment in flavor for a significant boost in heart protection? Does your partner complain about your snoring? Do you sometimes wake up gasping for air or feel persistently tired during the day, despite thinking you've had enough sleep? These could be more than just minor annoyances. They might be signals from your body that something is amiss, particularly a condition called sleep apnea. And what if I told you that this sleep disorder could be actively harming your heart while you rest? Sleep apnea is surprisingly common among seniors. It's a condition where breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep. Each time breathing pauses, the oxygen level in your blood can drop. This signals your brain to briefly wake you up to resume breathing, often so quickly you don't even remember it. However, these recurrent drops in oxygen and interruptions to deep, restorative sleep put significant stress on your cardiovascular system. Your body releases stress hormones, your heart rate can become irregular, and your blood pressure can spike, especially during the night. Over the long term, untreated sleep apnea is strongly linked to an increased risk of high blood pressure, atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat, stroke, and even heart failure. Many people don't realize they have it. They might attribute daytime fatigue morning headaches, or memory fogginess to just getting older. As a health advocate, I always encourage individuals experiencing these symptoms, especially if combined with loud snoring, to get it checked. What should you do instead? If you or your partner suspect sleep apnea, please talk to your doctor. A simple overnight sleep study can diagnose the condition. And the good news is that effective treatments are available, such as CPAP, continuous positive airway pressure machines, or oral appliances, which can keep your airway open, allowing you to breathe continuously and sleep soundly. This not only improves your sleep quality and daytime energy, but also significantly reduces the strain on your heart. Think of quality sleep as a vital healing period for your heart. Are you giving your heart the restful, oxygen-rich nights it needs to repair and recharge? Now, a habit that's all too common: frequent indulgence in fried foods and fast food. We all know that a greasy burger and fries or a crispy piece of fried chicken can be tempting, especially when you're looking for a quick and convenient meal. But what if these seemingly occasional treats are, bite by bite, contributing to serious long-term damage to your arteries and heart? These foods are typically loaded with unhealthy saturated fats, trans fats, excessive sodium, and often a lot of calories with very little nutritional value. When you consume these types of fats regularly, they contribute directly to the buildup of cholesterol-laden plaque in your arteries. That same atherosclerosis we talked about earlier. This narrows the arteries, makes them stiffer, and restricts blood flow. Imagine your heart trying to pump blood through pipes that are becoming increasingly clogged and rigid. It's a recipe for disaster. Each high-fat, highly processed meal can also trigger inflammation throughout your body, including in your blood vessels, making them even more vulnerable to damage. I've seen many cases where a consistent pattern of relying on fast food or fried snacks, even if not every single day, has significantly accelerated the progression of heart disease. It's the cumulative effect that's so dangerous. Your metabolism naturally changes as you get older, and your body may not process these heavy, nutrient-poor foods as efficiently as it once did. What should you do instead? Focus on preparing meals at home, using fresh, whole ingredients whenever possible. Opt for healthier cooking methods like baking, grilling, broiling, steaming, or air frying instead of deep frying. If you're looking for a quick snack, reach for fruits, vegetables with hummus, a handful of nuts, or some yogurt. Think about the quality of fuel you're giving your body. Oily, heavy foods can lead to, metaphorically speaking, oily, heavy blood that struggles to flow. You can't build a strong, resilient heart with weak, compromised building materials. Could making a conscious shift towards cleaner, less processed foods be one of the most powerful investments in your heart's future? And finally, we come to what I consider one of the most critical and tragically common oversights: ignoring high blood pressure or not adhering to prescribed medication. This, dear friends, is the habit I was alluding to at the beginning. If there's one message I truly want you to take away today, it's the profound importance of managing your blood pressure. What if I told you that neglecting this single aspect of your health could be silently setting the stage for a devastating cardiac event? High blood pressure, as we've discussed, often has no obvious symptoms in its early and even moderate stages. You can feel perfectly fine, energetic, and healthy, all while your blood pressure is dangerously elevated, putting relentless strain on your heart, arteries, kidneys, and brain. This is precisely why it's called the silent killer. Many individuals, because they feel good, might stop taking their prescribed blood pressure medication, or perhaps they never started it, despite a doctor's recommendation. Some might run out and delay getting a refill, thinking a few days off won't matter. But here's the stark reality. Not taking your medication as prescribed, even for a short period, can allow your blood pressure to surge, dramatically increasing your risk of a heart attack, stroke, or other serious complications. I have witnessed heartbreaking situations where individuals suffered preventable cardiac events simply because they underestimated the importance of consistent blood pressure management. This isn't just a recommendation from your doctor. For many, it's a lifeline. What should you do instead? First and foremost, never stop or change your blood pressure medication without consulting your doctor. If you experience side effects, discuss them with your doctor. There are often alternative medications or dosage adjustments that can be made. Monitor your blood pressure regularly at home if your doctor advises, and keep a log. Take your medication at the same time each day to build a consistent habit. Use pill organizers or set reminders if it helps. Understand that high blood pressure, left unmanaged, causes your heart muscle to thicken and weaken, your arteries to narrow and harden, and can ultimately lead to heart failure. But the encouraging news is that with consistent management, often involving medication and lifestyle adjustments, high blood pressure can be controlled and its damaging effects significantly mitigated. Don't gamble with your health. Taking that prescribed pill each day isn't a sign of weakness. It's an act of profound self-care and empowerment. Are you truly taking control of this critical aspect of your heart health, or are you leaving it to chance? Your heart has been tirelessly working for you every second of every day for your entire life. As you navigate your senior years, it deserves your dedicated care and attention more than ever. The habits we've discussed today, inactivity, excessive salt, unaddressed sleep apnea, frequent unhealthy foods, and especially neglecting blood pressure, they all add up. But the power to change, the power to protect your heart, rests firmly in your hands. It doesn't require an overnight overhaul. Start by choosing just one of these areas to focus on this week. Perhaps it's adding a daily walk, or consciously reading labels to reduce salt, or making that doctor's appointment to discuss your snoring or blood pressure. Remember, consistency is far more impactful than perfection. Small, sustained changes can lead to profound improvements in your heart health and overall vitality. I truly hope this discussion has been enlightening and empowering. What's one takeaway from today that you plan to apply in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's support each other on this journey to better heart health. Thank you for joining me today. Stay safe, stay strong, and take wonderful care of your heart. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe for more insights to help you live your healthiest, most vibrant life.